Okay, fine. So we are going to start today with the limit points. So have anyone of you have studied about the limit point? Definition of limit point, if anyone knows about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
So a point P belongs to real number is said to be a limit point of a set S if
Yes,
the neighborhood of P contains a point of S different from P.
yes, right. So if we take any neighborhood of P, then that should contain a point of the set S other than the given point, right? So let us define it. So a point P belonging to the set of reals is said to be limit point is said to be a limit point of, or it is also called or cluster point, okay, or accumulation point. So of a set S contained in R, the set of reals, if every neighborhood of P contains a point of S different from P. So what it means, that is N intersection S minus P. So if you remove this point, okay, so then this should be non-empty, where for all neighborhood N of P. Okay, so N is any neighborhood of P, then N intersection S minus P should be non-empty. So there must be some point other than P which should be in this intersection. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So there must be point other than P in this intersection. Then that, and this is true, this should be true for every neighborhood of P. This should be true for every neighborhood of P. Then we say that the point P is a limit point of this set. So note here that this point may not be in the set S. So it may be some point outside S also. Okay. So limit point can be a point outside the set also, but it can be a limit point of the set provided this condition is satisfied. That is, every neighborhood of P must contain a point of S other than P. Is it clear? Is this definition clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
There is an
Yes, sir.
equivalent definition for this, equivalent definition in terms of epsilon. Equivalently, another definition we have for limit point. So this is the definition that we are going to use a lot. So a point P belonging to R is said to be a limit point of set S contained in R if for each epsilon greater than 0, P minus epsilon to P plus epsilon intersection S minus P is non-empty. Okay, so that means this open interval must contain a point of S other than P. Fine. This open interval, so instead of taking any arbitrary neighborhood, we can take the epsilon neighborhood of P. That is V epsilon P intersection S minus P is non-empty for all epsilon greater than 0, where V epsilon P is the epsilon neighborhood of P, right? That is V epsilon P is this set P minus epsilon to P plus epsilon. This is called epsilon neighborhood of P, right? ये पढ़ा होगा तुमने epsilon neighborhood in your
Yes.
first or second semesters, right? So instead of taking any arbitrary neighborhood, because we can take these particular type of neighborhoods, epsilon neighborhoods we can take. Instead of taking the arbitrary neighborhoods, we can take these epsilon neighborhoods. और इसको भी you can easily prove that the two definitions are equivalent. Same way जैसे तुमने उसका neighborhood की definition करी थी equivalent. So similarly you can prove that these two definitions are equivalent. So we are not going to prove them. Okay. But these two definitions are equivalent. If anyone wants to try, they can try, and if they are not able to do it, then they can definitely contact me. But right now we are not doing it because it is on the similar lines. The equivalence of this definition is on the line similar to the equivalence of the definition of neighborhood. Okay. So clear, both the definitions are clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now,
सर एक बार सेकंड डेफिनेशन रिपीट कर दीजिए.
okay, okay, beta. So what is this second definition is that the point P will be called a limit point of the set S if this interval intersects S at a point other than P. So if you remove the point P, then there will be at least one more point in this intersection. P हो भी सकता है intersection में, P नहीं भी हो सकता है, but there should be a point other than P in the intersection. और ये हर एक epsilon के लिए true होना चाहिए. This should be true for every epsilon greater than 0. Okay, this should be true for every epsilon greater than 0. So मतलब कि every interval around P must intersect S at a point other than P. Basically it means this, that every open interval around P, okay, so every open interval that contains P, it should intersect S, that is it should contain a point of S which is different from P. Is it clear now? Is this definition
Yes,
clear? तो हमें जब भी
Yes,
अगर
sir.
हमें कोई पॉइंट को लिमिट पॉइंट शो करना होगा तो व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल पिक एनी एप्सिलॉन नेबरहुड एंड वी विल ट्राई टू शो दैट इट कंटेन्स सम पॉइंट ऑफ एस व्हिच इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम पी. ठीक है, सो ये काम करना है हमें. क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we have defined limit points. So now there is this definition of derived sets. So what are derived sets? Derived set of a set. So it is nothing but the set of all limit points of a set. तो सारे लिमिट पॉइंट्स को इकट्ठा कर लोगे. लिमिट पॉइंट्स ऑफ अ सेट S contained in R is called the derived set of S and is denoted by S dash. ठीक है, derived set is denoted by S dash. The set of all limit points of a set. So we collect all the limit points of a set, and then that set is called the derived set, and it is denoted by S dash. Okay, that is S dash is equal to all those x in R such that x is a limit point of S. ठीक है, so S dash is nothing but the collection of all the limit points of the set S. It is called the derived set of S. Now let us do some examples. every real number is a limit point of the every real number is a limit point of the set Q of rationals. Yes, how you will prove this? Every real number is a limit point of the set Q of rationals.
Sir, density properties.
But how to prove this? How you will proceed? Start.
मान लेंगे जो कि रियल नंबर होगा, कोई भी नंबर.
So we will start with any arbitrary real, because हमें क्या शो करना है? हमें शो करना है कि हर एक रियल नंबर जो है वो अपने सेट ऑफ फ्रैक्शनल्स का लिमिट पॉइंट है. So क्योंकि we have to show every real number, so we will start with any arbitrary real number. So we will pick any arbitrary real number. So we will pick any arbitrary real number x, and then we will try to show that that real number x is a limit point of the set of fractionals. So फिर उसके लिए we will pick any arbitrary epsilon, and we will show that its intersection with Q is non-empty, and that happens because of our density theorem, because any two between any two numbers there are infinitely many numbers, so the interval has infinitely many numbers. Okay, so let us start its proof. Let x belonging to R be any arbitrary real number. So we have started with any arbitrary real number, and now we are going to show that it is a limit point of this set. So then our aim will be obtained. So we have started with any arbitrary real number. Now we have to show that it is a limit point of this set of rationals. So for that we have to show that every epsilon neighborhood intersects Q at a point other than x. So for that we will start with any arbitrary epsilon. So let epsilon greater than 0 be any positive real number. So we have started with any positive real number. Then by density theorem, we know that p minus epsilon, x minus epsilon, x minus epsilon to x plus epsilon has how many rational numbers will it have? Infinitely many rational numbers, right? So what will happen? So this implies x minus epsilon to x plus epsilon intersection Q. This set is infinite, right? Because it has infinitely many rational numbers, so this set is infinite. So if I will remove a point, will there be any issue? No, this will always be non-empty. In fact, it will have infinite many points, right? क्योंकि हमने एक ही तो पॉइंट रिमूव करा है. दिस मे बी रैशनल, दिस मे बी इरैशनल. सो अगर इरैशनल है तो कोई फर्क नहीं आया, बट अगर रैशनल है तो भी एक ही पॉइंट रिमूव हुआ है, बट देयर आर इनफाइनाइटली मेनी पॉइंट्स, सो इट हैज एटलीस्ट one point other than this x. Definitely it has one point other than x. So this implies x is, since epsilon is arbitrary, since epsilon greater than 0 is arbitrary, it follows that x is a limit point of the set of rationals. Okay, so it is a limit point of the set of rationals. Fine. And since x is any arbitrary real number, so it follows that every real number, again, as x is any arbitrary real number, so every real number is a limit point of set of rationals. Fine. That is q dash is equal to r. ठीक है? Is it fine? Is it clear, everyone, that
Yes, sir.
every real number is a limit point of the set of rational? So ये result क्योंकि हम we will be going to use this result at lot of places, so इसको याद रखना, इस result को याद रखना कि the set of real numbers is the derived set of the set of rationals. That is, every real number is a limit point of the set of rationals. So we are going to use this result at lot of places. So इस result को ध्यान रखना. And इसका another version क्या होगा, दूसरा, उसका प्रूफ नहीं लिख रहे, सेम लाइंस पे प्रूफ है, सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू राइट इट. every real number
Irrational.
is a limit point of the set I of irrational. Lokesh, please mute yourself. There is a Lokesh, mute yourself. Okay, so every real number is a limit point of the set I of irrational numbers. Fine. The proof is similar to, you can write its proof similar to above proof. So you can write on your own. ज्यादा कुछ चेंज नहीं होगा, बस Q की जगह I आ जाएगा, पूरा सेम टू सेम उतर जाएगा, क्योंकि डेंसिटी थ्योरम वो भी कहती है कि एवरी इंटरवल हैज इनफाइनाइटली मेनी इररेशनल नंबर्स आल्सो. सो उससे भी आ जाएगा. ठीक है, सेम, इट्स सेम, जस्ट यू हैव टू रिप्लेस Q by I and rational by irrational. So बाकी सारा सेम प्रूफ होगा, so you can write on your own. Okay, now what about this? Find the derived set of the closed interval 0, 1. So what will be its derived set?
So is closed interval 0, 1.
Yes, closed interval 0, 1 it will be. So इसको देखने का तरीका क्या होता है, लिमिट पॉइंट अगर देखना है कि होगा लिमिट पॉइंट या नहीं होगा, हाउ यू कैन intuitively see कि whether the point will be a limit point. So इसका simple है, जैसे if I pick 0 and if I take any interval around 0, how many points it will contain of the interval bound closed interval 0? Infinite points, right?
Infinitely many.
So if I pick any point in this interval 0, 1, and if I take any interval around that point, then that interval will contain infinitely many points of this interval. So definitely every point of this interval is a limit point. Yeah, isko question ko, let us make this question like this now. Show that 0, 1 is the derived set of 0, 1. So how you are going to show this? How you will write this proof? So you have to show that any real number which lies between 0 and 1 is a limit point of this set, and if a real number is outside this set, then it is not a limit point. So we have to take. So how we will start the proof? Yes.
सर एक पॉइंट x
Sir, open
एक
interval
पॉइंट
0,
x मान
1
लेंगे
के
जो
लिए
कि
तो
0
लेकिन
से बड़ा है और 1 से छोटा है.
No, first we will take any arbitrary real number. Okay, so we will take any arbitrary real number, and then we will take two cases. Case 1, when your x is lying in the interval
Sir,
0,
more than 0, less than 1.
So let's start. Let x be any real number. Now case 1, when x belongs to the interval 0, 1, that is 0 is less than equal to x less than equal to 1. So इस case में हमें क्या show करना है? It is a limit point. So we will take any arbitrary real number for that. So let epsilon greater than 0 be any real number. Okay, then clearly the set x minus epsilon to x plus epsilon intersection the closed interval 0 1. How many points will be there in this?
Infinitely many.
Is an infinite set, right? This intersection is an infinite set. So this implies x minus epsilon to, if I remove 1 point, then there will be no effect because it will still be an infinite set. So 1 point remove करने से भी कुछ, there will be no change in this. So this implies x is a limit point of the closed interval 0 1, right?
Yes, sir.
इस केस में तो शो कर दिया कि x is a limit point. Now we will take the second case. Case 2, when x does not belongs to 0 1. So x is somewhere outside, या तो it is on the left of 0 or it is on the right of 1. So अब बताओ कौन सा epsilon, अब देखो यहाँ से let's draw it on the number line to understand it better. We have 0, we have 1. So suppose x is placed here, then what epsilon we should take so that the interval around x does not contain any point of this 0 1 interval?
x plus 1 by 2 ले सकते हैं.
देखो,
So x minus
but this distance is, what is this distance? X minus 1, right? So if I will take the half of this distance, अगर interval में half of this distance का बना लूं, so it will not contain any point of this interval, right? Similarly, if our x, if this is 0, if this is 1, if our x is here, then we will take this distance because this is the smaller distance, right? This is the larger distance. X from 0 is larger than x from 1, but in this case x is closer to 1, so we will take this distance which is 0 minus x, right? And then we will take the distance half of this, so this interval will not contain any point of this. So this is the main idea. So what epsilon we should choose? अब क्योंकि x हमें पता नहीं है, अब हम दोनों केसेस को साथ में लेना चाहते हैं. So what epsilon we should choose?
Minimum of
half of minimum of, कि भाई x या जो भी जिसके भी पास है उसका हाफ ले लेंगे. So either 0 minus x, sorry mod लेना पड़ेगा because अब we don't mod x minus 0 and mod x minus 1. So distance of x from 1, distance of x from 0, and then we take half of it, जो भी minimum है उसका half. So दोनों situation में हमारे पास अपने आप ये आ जाएगा, ठीक है? So हम इन दोनों cases को we are clubbing into one case using epsilon equal to this. Otherwise what we would have done, अगर x हमारा 0 से छोटा है, then we would have taken epsilon equal to 1 by 2 x minus 0, right? अगर x हमारा 1 से बड़ा है, then हमने epsilon को 1 by 2 x minus 1 ले लिया होता. But because now we want to club these two together, क्योंकि क्यों लिखे हम लंबा, so इसलिए we are taking epsilon equal to half of minimum of x minus 0 x minus 1, ठीक है? कई बार ये इस तरह का एप्सिलॉन चूज करते हैं हम. ओके, सो नाउ बाय द चॉइस ऑफ एप्सिलॉन, it is evident that x minus epsilon to x plus epsilon intersection 0 1 is empty, ठीक है? This implies अगर यही empty है तो एक पॉइंट रिमूव करेंगे तो भी empty आएगा, क्योंकि कोई पॉइंट है ही नहीं इसके अंदर, तो रिमूव क्या करेंगे? So this is also phi, right? Phi में से if you remove something then it still remains to phi, right? So this implies, because this is phi, so we are able to find epsilon, एक ऐसा epsilon, क्योंकि हमें क्या शो करना होता है लिमिट पॉइंट के लिए कि हर एक epsilon के लिए this should be non-empty, but now we are able to find at least one epsilon for which this is empty. So this implies x is not a limit point of 0. Now from case 1 and case 2 we observe that x is a limit point of 0, 1 if and only if x belongs to the interval 0, 1. That is, the derived set of the set 0, 1 is the set 0, 1. ठीक है? Is it fine? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now let us write 2 remarks. Acha, similarly you can prove that
सर
first,
तो क्या ये हर एक क्लोज सेट के लिए भी होगा?
yes, for any interval AB, the derived set of AB is the interval AB. And second, for any open interval, this you can prove yourself. Okay, I am not going to prove it. So for any open interval AB, its derived set, what will be its derived set?
Closed
Closed
interval.
interval.
Closed interval. क्योंकि A के भी around कोई भी interval लोगे तो it will contain infinitely many points of this interval, right? So the derived set will still be the closed interval AB. So you can prove this yourself. Okay? It is on the same lines.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, previous example में please case second एक बार please explain कर देंगे दोबारा से?
हाँ. देखो, we have to pick. Case 2 क्या है? That our x does not belong to the interval 0, 1. So that means either x lies on the left of 0 or it lies on the right of 1, but we don't know where it is. So what we do is, depending on whether x is lying on the left or right, so what we do is we take epsilon such that it is the half of the distance from x minus 0 and x minus 1, whichever is the minimum. Okay. So अगर ऐसा epsilon choose कर लिया तो क्या होता है? देखो, let's see this. Let me draw this diagram. तो एक possibility, we have two possibilities. ठीक है? So this is suppose 0, this is 1. Now एक possibility है कि x is on the right of this, and another possibility is that x is on the left of this, right? अब इसमें देखो, what is the distance? This distance what is this distance?
X.
This is mod x minus 0, right? And this distance is mod x minus, this distance is mod x minus 1. So यहाँ पे minimum कौन सा है?
Mod x minus 1.
इस केस में minimum is this one. So इसका half ले लेंगे, right? So इसका half ले लेंगे तो this, we will get this interval. This is our epsilon, half of this interval, right? This is x minus epsilon, this is x plus epsilon. So this interval does not contain any point of this interval, right? अब इस केस में आ जाओ. Now in this case again, this is our x minus 0 and this is our x minus 1, right? So this is mod x minus 0, this is mod x minus 1. So now which is smaller in these two? X minus 0, right? So इसका half ले लेंगे, that will be our epsilon. So this is our epsilon, half of this. So this is x plus epsilon, this is x minus epsilon. So again it does not contain any point of this interval. So इसलिए इस तरह से epsilon को choose करा हुआ है कि दोनों cases को एक साथ ही involve कर लिया. So we have chosen epsilon equal to minimum of x minus 0, x minus 1. So जो भी minimum होगा उसका half ले लेंगे. तो दोनों cases cover हो जाते हैं एक ही में. Clear?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. सो कई जगह we will use this fact. जब हमें पता होगा कि x कोई भी साइड हो सकता है तो हम क्या करते हैं, दोनों पॉइंट से मिनिमम डिस्टेंस लेके उसका हाफ कर लेते हैं, तो अपने आप ही हमारा ये काम हो जाता है। ये कई जगह वी विल यूज दिस फैक्ट, ठीक है। सो इंस्टेड ऑफ डूइंग टू केसेस, प्रूफ को लंबा करने की जगह की मतलब एक सब केस बनाएंगे व्हेन x इज ऑन द लेफ्ट ऑफ 0, फिर उसमें हम डिस्टेंस लेंगे वो और फिर पूरा सेम लिखेंगे, और दूसरा केस लेंगे व्हेन x इज ऑन द राइट ऑफ 1। सो उसको क्लब करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, वी चूज एप्सिलॉन लाइक दिस, इस तरह से ले लेते हैं कि भाई जो भी केस के अकॉर्डिंग जो भी मिनिमम आ जाएगा उसका डिस्टेंस हाफ ले लेंगे और उससे हमारा दिस विल हैपन। इट फाइन। इसका ट्राई करना प्रूफ लिखने की ओपन इंटरवल वाला, सो इट इज ऑन द सिमिलर लाइंस। ओके, so this is sub case 1, sub case 2. So I am leaving this here or that you can later on see why we took epsilon equal to half of that. Okay, now another example that we should take. What will be the limit points of the set Z?
5.
Why? Show that the set Z of integers has no limit point. So if you pick any interval, so if you have any real number, and if you what you can do is, if you can, so suppose I have this, suppose this is some, I have some real number, तो real number की क्या so real number कहाँ पे होगा वो, if I have some real number x, तो क्या होगा फिर, दो इंटीजर्स मिल जाएंगे कंसेक्टिव हमारे पास, एक होगा n, एक होगा n+1, such that x will lie between these two intervals, right? कोई भी रियल नंबर है वो किसी दो इंटीजर के बीच में तो लाई करता ही है ना, दो कंसेक्टिव इंटीजर्स के बीच में।
Yes.
ठीक है ना, वी कैन ऑलवेज सी, कोई भी अगर रियल नंबर है, इफ वी हैव सम रियल नंबर, सो इट इज ऑफ द फॉर्म इंटीजर डॉट समथिंग पॉइंट इन डेसिमल्स, राइट? कोई भी रियल नंबर इज ऑफ दिस फॉर्म, x इज इक्वल टू n डॉट समथिंग समथिंग समथिंग, राइट? चाहे नेगेटिव हो या पॉजिटिव हो। सो इफ आई रिमूव दिस, सो एक हो गया n का, एक में से डेसिमल रिमूव कर दो और एक में नेक्स्ट वाला नंबर ले लो। सो एनी रियल नंबर लाइज बिटवीन टू इंटीजर्स, राइट? There exist two consecutive integers such that the real number lies between them. अब क्या कर सकते हैं, how we can choose the interval such that it contains no point of integers. So अब इसके बीच में कोई इंटीजर नहीं है, तो अगर मैं ऐसा इंटरवल कोई चूज कर लूं, how many integers will it have?
0.
Zero.
intervals, 0 integers. So हमें वही काम करना है। So ये एप्सिलॉन कैसे आएगा? What will be this epsilon?
X minus n by 2 comma.
Epsilon should be equal to half of minimum of, अब इन दोनों के डिस्टेंस ना, कोई भी ये ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है x is very close to n, ठीक है, और हम इससे डिस्टेंस कर लें तो दिक्कत हो जाएगी, या x is very close to n+1 और इससे डिस्टेंस ले लें तो दिक्कत हो जाएगी। सो वी टेक द डिस्टेंस x minus n एंड x minus n+1, इस तरह से लेके हाफ करके एंड देन दिस, सो जो ये डिस्टेंस है और ये डिस्टेंस है, दोनों इनमें से जो भी मिनिमम है उसका हाफ कर लिया, सो इट विल कम आउट टू बी दिस एंड इट विल कंटेन नो पॉइंट्स, राइट? Clear? So this will be the idea, this will be the idea behind the proof of this, that the set of integers have no limit points. Okay. और अगर वो x इंटीजर ही है तो क्या होगा, तो क्या एप्सिलॉन लेंगे हम? If x is integer, then what epsilon we should take?
सर उस इंटीजर का हाफ।
उस इंटीजर का हाफ नहीं, बस हाफ बिट। जैसे अगर ये कोई इंटीजर है हमारे पास n और इसका नेक्स्ट नंबर n+1 है, इसका प्रीवियस इंटीजर n-1 है, so we want to have this interval, so this is nothing but half, this distance is half, this distance is half, right? So we can take epsilon equal to half. So we have to do it in two cases. First case when the real number is integer, and second case when the real number is not an integer. Okay. So again we are starting with any real number, and we will show that it is not a limit point of this set. So let x belong to R be any real number. देखो why we have to choose epsilon इसलिए चूज करना पड़ रहा है, जैसे अगर if suppose you have x equal to 0.00000001, ठीक है, तो एप्सिलॉन क्या होना चाहिए? So this point is very close to 1, right? This point is very close to 1, so we have to make an interval which separates this from 0. So suppose this is 0 and this point is very close to here, this point is very close to 1. But अगर इसको zoom करें, एक तरह से इसको zoom भी कर सकते हैं हम, so zoom करेंगे तो ये इस तरह हो जाएगा, ठीक है, this is our x, this is 0. So then we have to take this distance. So this distance क्या आएगा? ये it should be half of this distance, so x minus 0. इसलिए we are not taking simply half. epsilon equal to half इस केस में काम नहीं करेगा, इस केस में epsilon equal to इसका भी half काम करेगा, right? So इसलिए क्योंकि number can be very small and it can be very close to the integer, so that's why we have to take epsilon equal to the distance between the numbers, not that half. जैसे integers में तो half लेके काम चल रहा है, but इसमें इसलिए half will not work, so we will have to choose our epsilon according to our x and according to the integers it is lying between, right? Clear? Case 1, x belongs
Yes,
to
sir.
z, ठीक है, so x is an integer, ठीक है. Then for epsilon, then the interval x minus 1 by 2 to x minus 1 by 2 intersection. Then for the interval, yeah, that बस सीधे ये लिख देते हैं. Then this intersection z, how many points it will have? It will have only x in it, right? X is an integer, we are taking half on the left, half on the right, so this interval contains only one integer which is x. So this implies x minus 1 by 2 to x plus 1 by 2 intersection z minus x is 5. So if we remove 5x from here, so it comes out to be 5. So this implies, so we have an interval which is not intersecting z at a point other than x, so this implies x is not a limit point of z. Fine. Is this case clear? Yes. तो अगर x इंटीजर है तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं? वी आर टेकिंग हाफ ऑन द लेफ्ट, हाफ ऑन द राइट. सो उसमें कोई भी और इंटीजर आ ही नहीं सकता, क्योंकि एक इंटीजर से दूसरे इंटीजर के बीच का डिस्टेंस क्या होता है? 1 होता है. ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर टेकिंग हाफ. हाफ से कोई भी छोटा नंबर ले सकते हो, यू कैन टेक, मतलब 1 से कोई भी छोटा नंबर ले सकते हो. 0.9 भी लेते तो भी काम चल जाता, बट हाफ दिखने में अच्छा लगता है, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर टेकिंग हाफ बिकॉज इट लुक्स नाइस. Okay, but you could have taken any number which is smaller than 1 because the distance between two integers is 1. So and you want to exclude all the integers, so that's why you have to take the distance smaller than 1. So you can take any number smaller than 1, but generally we take half because half looks good. Okay, but you could have taken any number which is smaller than 1. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what about case 2? Case 2 is when x is not an integer. So if x is not an integer, then what happens? अभी मैंने बताया था. Then there exists n belonging to z such that n is smaller than x and it is smaller than n plus 1. These are two consecutive integers, right? X lies between two consecutive integers. ठीक है, हर एक रियल नंबर को हम 2 इंटीजर्स के बीच में डाल सकते हैं, राइट? इज दिस पॉइंट क्लियर कि हमें कोई इंटीजर मिल जाएगा सच दैट x lies between n and n+1?
Yes, sir.
सबको, is it clear to everyone, right? This property?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. So we are able to find two integers such that x lies between n and n+1, and अब इसके बीच में और कोई इंटीजर नहीं है, right? Because these are two consecutive integers. So what epsilon we should choose? We should take epsilon equal to minimum of n से x का डिस्टेंस क्या है वो, क्योंकि पता नहीं है, x could be very close to n+1, x could be very close to n, so we cannot take half of them. We have to take half of minimum of x minus n, because x is bigger than ये and n plus mile. So distance between them, so distance between n and x and distance between n+1 and x, and half of that. So जो भी minimum होगा वो epsilon ले लेंगे. Then by the choice of epsilon, x minus epsilon to x plus epsilon intersection z is 5, क्योंकि it contains no integers, क्योंकि हमने n को भी exclude कर दिया, n+1 को भी exclude कर दिया. ठीक है, देखो ये वाला इंटरवल लिया, this is our n, this is our n+1, x is somewhere lying between n and n+1, so we have chosen this interval. This is x minus epsilon, this is x plus epsilon, so it does not contain any point of the integers, set of integers. So this implies x is not a limit point of z. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Thus,
Yes.
from the two cases, we conclude that z dash is 5. That is, z has no limit point. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will ask you to prove this fact, this last example that we are doing today. Again, this is important because this type of proof will come in later on also. To show that the set 1 by n, n belonging to n. So how many limit points will this set have?
1.
1,
1.
And which is that limit point?
0.
Has
0.
only one limit point, namely 0. ठीक है? So that is, we have to show that the derived set of this set is 0. Singleton set 0. Yes, how you will prove this?
So first we will assume x be any arbitrary real number.
Yes, we will assume that x is any arbitrary real number. Then
So after that we will take case 1 when x equals to 0, and
yes,
then when x is less than 0, second case, and third case when x is greater than 1, and fourth when x equals to 1, and fifth when x not equals to 1, and sixth when x lies between 0 to 1.
yes. और x equal to 0 में क्या करोगे?
Sir, when x equals to 0, then let epsilon greater than 0 be any real number. Then we have to
Yes.
subtract open interval 0 minus epsilon to 0 plus epsilon, intersection s not equals to 5.
Why it will be not equal to 5? What point it will contain other than 0?
Epsilon.
Epsilon.
Epsilon is not of the form 1 by n, right? We have to, because the set is containing elements of the form 1 by n. So we have to find some point which is of the form 1 by n. in the interval minus epsilon to epsilon. This epsilon to epsilon intersection this set 1 by n, n belonging to n. They should have some point, right? So this should have some point of the form 1 by n. So how we will get that point?
Epsilon by 2.
No, but epsilon is not of this form. So how can you take epsilon by 2?
Sir, Archimedean property.
Yes, we will apply Archimedean property, क्योंकि Archimedean property से क्या पता चलता है हमें कि हमारे पास इस फॉर्म का एक नंबर है 1 by m is smaller than epsilon, so that means 1 by m lies in this. ठीक है, ऐसा 1 by m मिल जाएगा तुम्हें by Archimedean property which belongs to this. ठीक है, not equal to नहीं होगा, it will contain this. 1 by m will belong to this set. ठीक है, it will have many points of this form. जो भी m से अगर हम कोई भी बड़ा नंबर लेते हैं तो that will lie in this set. बट ये m जो है हमें ये m आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी से मिलेगा. क्लियर?
यस सर.
ठीक है, सो इसीलिए
Yes, sir.
आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी काम आती है. अब देखो एप्सिलॉन क्योंकि हमारा इस फॉर्म का नहीं है, बट इफ आई वांट टू हैव अ नंबर ऑफ दिस फॉर्म देन आई विल हैव टू यूज आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी. यहीं पे काम आती है आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी. जब भी हमें इस फॉर्म का नंबर चाहिए होता है आर्बिट्ररी रियल नंबर के कोरस्पॉन्डिंग, देन वी यूज द आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी. ठीक है, because epsilon by 2 lies in this set, but epsilon by 2 does not belong to this set. So we have to find some point of this form. So वो फॉर्म लाने के लिए आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी काम आती है, क्योंकि आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी कहती यही है कि there is a number of this form which is smaller than epsilon. ठीक है, this is what
Yes, sir.
Archimedean property says कि there will be a number of the form 1 by m which is smaller than epsilon. अगर epsilon is any positive real number, then we will always be able to find a number of the form 1 by m which is smaller than epsilon. So यहीं पे Archimedean property काम आती है, क्योंकि अभी जैसे तुम कह रहे थे कि epsilon by 2, क्योंकि अब epsilon के corresponding हमें एक ऐसे रियल नंबर तो पता नहीं चलेगा कौन सा रियल नंबर ले हम जो इसमें बिलोंग करे. So वहां पे we use the Archimedean property. Okay, so let us start its proof. So वैसे तो टाइम हो गया है, सो एक पार्ट करा देता हूँ मैं, बाकी पार्ट खुद कंप्लीट कर लेना. मैं केसेस सारे लिखवा देता हूँ which you have to do. Okay, so let x belonging to, so s इसको s, इस सेट को s मान लेते हैं. let s is equal to 1 by n, n belonging to z, oh sorry, n belonging to n, z positive, नेगेटिव वाले नहीं ले रहे हैं. and let x belonging to R be any real number. ठीक है, so case 1 when x is equal to 0. so इस केस में हमें लिमिट पॉइंट शो करना है. so we, because we have to show this is a limit point, so we will show that we will take any arbitrary epsilon. so let epsilon greater than 0 be any real number. then by Archimedean property there exists m belonging to z positive such that 1 by m is less than epsilon. So this implies the interval 0 minus epsilon to 0 plus epsilon intersection s minus this set 0. So 1 by m belongs to this set, right? क्योंकि 1 by m इसमें belong कर रहा है, 1 by m इसमें belong कर रहा है, और 1 by m is not equal to 0, so 1 by m belongs to this. That is this set 0 minus epsilon to 0 plus epsilon intersection s minus 0 is non-empty. This implies 0 is a limit point of s. ठीक है, so this case is done. तो बस Archimedean property से 1 by m मिल गया हमें. Now case 2. So case 2 is x equal to 1. So you have to find some interval around x equal to 1. So जिसमें s का कोई भी पॉइंट ना हो other than 1. क्या लोगे इंटरवल? s में कैसे पॉइंट है? 1 है, फिर 1 by 2 है, फिर 1 by 3 है, फिर 1 by 4 है, फिर 1 by 5 है. इस तरह से पास पास होते जा रहे हैं. अब 1 पे क्या होगा पॉइंट?
1/4 लेने का, हाफ से छोटा कोई भी।
सर
Half.
हाफ का हाफ.
तो 1/4 ले लेंगे ना, 1/4 distance, right? So then it will not contain any point. So there, so clearly 1 minus 1/4, say 1 plus 1/4. This intersection s minus 1 is 5, right? क्योंकि इसके अंदर 1 ही आता है और 1 को तो हम रिमूव कर रहे हैं, so this is 5, so this implies 1 is not a limit point of S. Case 3, x belongs to S and x is not equal to 1. That is x of the form 1 by n. तो क्या होगा? x is 1/4, तो 1/4 के राउंड क्या है? इसके प्रीवियस पॉइंट कौन सा है इसका? ये 1/3. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट क्या है? 1/5. तो कैसा पॉइंट आ रहे हैं ये?
1/m plus 1.
Yes,
Sir,
so
1
this
upon
implies x is equal to 1 by m for some m belonging to n, right? क्योंकि x s के अंदर है और x not equal to 1 है, so that implies x is of the form 1 by m for some m belonging to n. So this implies हम क्या इंटरवल लें? 1 by m plus 1, 1 by m minus 1. Okay, if we take this interval and if so how many points it will have of this set S? कितने हैं इसके अंदर? बस 1 by m ही, 1 by m ही है और 1 by m को तो हमें रिमूव करना है, so this will be empty set. So this is an interval around m. ठीक है, and 1 by m belongs to this set. ठीक है, यहीं से दिख जाता है, ये डायग्राम से भी देख सकते हो इफ यू कैन. सो कोई भी अगर उठाते हैं हम तो उसका एक प्लस एक माइनस कर देंगे तो आ जाएगा अपने पास. ठीक है, so this implies x equal to 1 by m is not a limit point of x. ठीक है, सो हमने क्या शो कर दिया? 1 is not a limit point. हमने शो कर दिया अगर x s के अंदर है और x not equal to 1 है then it is not a limit point. Now next case, x lies between 0 and 1 but x is not in S, right? And x does not belongs to this. आप क्या करोगे? अब देखो ये नंबर लाइन है तुम्हारी, दिस इज नंबर लाइन. ठीक है, this is your 1, this is 1/2, this is 1/3, this is 1/4, 1/5. so इस तरह से चलता रहेगा. 1, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5 and so on, and this is your 0. yes, so x कहीं भी होगा तो क्या प्रॉपर्टी होगी उसकी? क्योंकि हमें s के सारे पॉइंट्स को एक्सक्लूड करना है, तो हमें s के दो कंसेक्टिव पॉइंट्स ढूंढने होंगे. वो कौन से होंगे?
m and m plus 1.
yes,
1 by
m और m plus 1. ठीक है, सो ये जो है अपने को आर्किमिडियन प्रॉपर्टी से m मिल जाता है क्योंकि x इज ग्रेटर देन 0. सो हम मैक्सिमम वाला वो चूज कर सकते हैं सच दैट. ठीक है, सो उतना लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है बट वी कैन ऑलवेज चूज सच एन. सो देन there exists m belonging to z positive such that 1 by m is 1 by m plus 1 is less than x is less than 1 by m, right? And this interval does not contain any point of S. So then now 1 by m plus 1 to 1 by m. This is an interval containing x and its intersection with s after removing x is phi. या x, ये तो x की जरूरत भी नहीं है क्योंकि x does not belongs to phi, so this is phi. So this implies x is not a limit point. ठीक है, अगर मैं ये बोल दूं कि why this will exist, इसका प्रूफ मांगो तो कैसे प्रूफ करोगे इसे? If I will ask for a proof of this, then how you will prove this?
तो पीछे वाला तो हो जाएगा क्योंकि आर्किमीडियन प्रॉपर्टी से 1/m+1 x छोटा हो जाएगा, लेकिन जो आगे वाला है उसके लिए हम जानते हैं कि अगर 0 से 1 के बीच में कोई नंबर है तो सर वो
नहीं, देखो इसका proof, मैं वैसे प्रूफ ओके, इसका मैं प्रूफ ना तुम्हें कल बताऊंगा, ठीक है? याद रखना कि यू हैव टू आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू मी अगेन कि ऐसा m क्यों एग्जिस्ट करेगा. सो आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू टुमारो. लेट्स फिनिश दिस प्रूफ राइट नाउ. ओके, तो इसको ध्यान रखना, इसको पूछ लेना बिकॉज वी आर ऑलरेडी अबाउट टाइम. बाकी अब दो केसेस रह गए हैं. केस 5 व्हेन x इज स्मॉलर देन 0, सो इस केस में क्या लोगे? एंड केस 6, तो इस केस में एप्सिलॉन क्या लोगे? व्हेन x इज स्मॉलर देन 0, s के सारे पॉइंट्स इधर हैं, x is somewhere here, so what epsilon you will take?
mod x by 2.
Yes, epsilon equal to mod x by 2, मतलब x minus 0 by 2, x और 0 के बीच का डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, या उसी फॉर्म में लिख लो, that would be much better. mod x by 2 से maybe you get confused, so we are taking the distance between x and 0 and taking half of that. So then x minus epsilon to x plus epsilon intersection s is phi, so this implies x is not a limit point of s. Now last case 6. So in case 6 we have to take x is greater than 1. So again what we will take?
Mod x minus 1 by 2.
Epsilon equal to, या इन दोनों केस को we can club it together. These two cases we can club it together. ठीक है, let's club it together. So x does not belongs to 0 1. Then same वही चीज आ जाएगी जो पहले करा था हमने, minimum of x minus 0 x minus 1. So ये advantage हो जाता है, we can remove reduce the cases by taking such epsilons. ठीक है, so hence from all the above cases we conclude that 0 is the only limit point of set S. Fine. So this much is enough for today. So let's end this class. Already we are above time. You can ask your questions. If you have any questions or doubt, you can ask them tomorrow. Okay. So bye everyone. Have a good day. And we meet tomorrow now.
Bye, sir.
Bye beta.